Every spring in and around Canadian ponds, lakes, and rivers, you can come across Canadian geese families babysitting newly hatched goslings. Canadian geese are a common resident of city lakes and parks. They adapted very well to civilization, and they've even become something of a nuisance. The female lays 2 to 9 eggs with an average of 5, and both parents protect the nest while the eggs incubate. Goslings begin communicating with their parents while still in the egg. Their calls are limited to greeting peeps, distress calls, and high-pitched trills signaling contentment. As soon as the goslings hatch, they are immediately capable of walking, swimming, and finding their own food. Baby geese are very cute and quite adorable when they're young, even when they poop. Their parents are very protective and territorial animals. While protecting their babies, parents often violently chase away small animals and even humans, giving a warning hiss first and then attacking with bites and slapping you with their wings. Goslings are usually capable of flight around 71 days after hatching. The lifespan of a wild goose that survives to adulthood ranges from 10 to 24 years. They are monogamous, and most couples stay together for all of their lives. Do you know what penguins and Canadian geese have in common? The creche. Canadian geese goslings of different ages will form large groups. These nursery groups, or creches, provide protection for the chicks and teach them how to work as a group. Normally, one pair tends the creche while the other parents remain nearby. Canadian geese will usually forget all of their protective instincts when a can of sweet corn is introduced. The male, who was very aggressive just a second ago, will eat from your hand, and only female geese remain vigilant and keep a safe distance. Male geese make sure that there is no corn left behind. A full can of corn disappeared very fast, and with it disappeared trust and friendship between us and the goose family. They suddenly realized that they are wild animals and they should be afraid of humans. Both parents defend the nest and goslings until the young are about 10 weeks old and can fly. Adult Canadian geese molt, which means they completely replace their feathers, their flight feathers, each summer and cannot fly during the 6-week period. After adults have completed their molt and the young geese grow their first flight feathers, they begin to travel in flocks. Canadian geese were in a decline at the beginning of the 20th century as a result of unregulated hunting, but efforts by conservationists helped to reestablish Canadian goose populations. Today, there are an estimated 7 million Canadian geese living in North America, according to the Canadian Wildlife Service. Canadian geese is one of the great success stories of wildlife management today. Full and exhausted, the goslings went to sleep under the picnic table. The babies do tend to sleep a lot.